It was Christmas Eve, and the air in our family home was thick with the scent of pine and roasted turkey. Laughter echoed through the halls, fairy lights twinkled, and a mountain of presents sat under the magnificent tree. My older sister Clara was playing Santa, her face beaming as she handed out beautifully wrapped gifts. She gave our parents a weekend getaway voucher. My younger brother got the latest gaming console. Even our cousins, aunts, and uncles received thoughtful, personalized presents, one by one. Everyone's name was called, their faces lighting up with joy. Everyone, that is, except me. I sat there, a forced smile plastered on my face, my hands empty. Clara moved on, chatting and laughing, completely ignoring the fact that I was the only one without a gift. A familiar knot of disappointment tightened in my stomach. It wasn't about the present itself, but the message it sent. This wasn't the first time. Growing up, it always felt like I was on the outside looking in. Clara was the golden child, smarter, more popular, the one who could do no wrong in our parents' eyes. I was just her sister. The quiet one, the one who was always a step behind. I tried to brush it off. Maybe she just forgot, I muttered to myself. But the excuse felt hollow. How could you forget your own sister on Christmas Eve? The rest of the evening was a blur. I excused myself early, claiming a headache, and retreated to my old bedroom. The joyful sounds from downstairs felt like a world away. I scrolled aimlessly through my phone, trying to distract myself from the sting of being deliberately excluded. That's when I saw it. An unread email. The subject line made my heart skip a beat, regarding the estate of Eleanor Vance. Eleanor Vance, our great. She was a reclusive but brilliant woman, an artist who had lived a quiet life in a small cottage by the sea. We hadn't seen her in years, but I always remembered her fondly. She was the only one who seemed to truly see me. She'd listen to my rambling stories, praise my clumsy drawings, and tell me I had a special spark. She passed away a few months ago, and honestly, I hadn't thought much about an inheritance. She lived simply, and we all assumed there wasn't much to leave behind. With trembling fingers, I opened the email. It was from her lawyer. My eyes scanned to the formal text, my brain struggling to process the words. Dear Ms. Miller, it began. I am writing to inform you that per the final will and testament, Eleanor Vance, you have been named the sole beneficiary of her entire estate, solely beneficiary. My jaw dropped. The email went on to detail the assets. Her seaside cottage, a significant portfolio of stocks and bonds, and the entire collection of her life's artwork, which, the lawyer noted, had recently been valued at a shocking figure. The total inheritance was worth millions. I read the email again and again. It couldn't be real. Why me? Why not the whole family? Why not Clara, the one everyone adored? A second attachment contained a personal letter from great Aunt Eleanor herself. My hand shook as I opened it. Her familiar, elegant handwriting filled the screen. My dearest Amelia, it started. If you're reading this, it means I have gone on to my next great adventure. I am leaving everything to you, my dear girl, for a very specific reason. I've watched you your whole life. I've seen how you've been overlooked, how your quiet strength has been mistaken for weakness. I see the same fire in you that I had in me, the soul of an artist, a dreamer. Tears streamed down my face. Your family, for all their love, values the obvious, she continued. They celebrate the loud and the shiny. But you, Amelia, you value the quiet, the meaningful, the things that truly matter. This inheritance is not just money, it's freedom. It's a chance for you to build the life you've always dreamed of, away from the shadows of others. Don't let anyone make you feel small ever again. Go, live your life boldly. Paint, write, travel, do whatever sets your soul on fire. This is your time. The weight of her words, the sheer, unconditional belief she had in me was overwhelming. It was the greatest gift I had ever received. Downstairs, the party was winding down. I heard Clara's voice, loud and clear, talking about a luxury handbag she was planning to buy. A bitter smile touched my lips. She had no idea. The next morning, the family gathered for Christmas breakfast. The atmosphere was still festive, but I felt different. I felt calm, powerful. Clara, surprisingly, approached me holding a small, poorly wrapped box. "Oh, hey, I almost forgot," she said dismissively, thrusting it at me. "Here." I opened it. It was a generic scented candle, the kind you buy last minute from a gas station. "Thanks," I said, my voice even. There was no anger, no hurt, just a quiet sense of finality. Later that day, the lawyer called. He wanted to arrange a meeting to start the official process. As I was on the phone, Clara walked past my room. She must have overheard the words inheritance and sole beneficiary. She stopped dead in her tracks, her eyes wide with disbelief. "What did he just say?" she demanded. Her voice sharp. "Sole beneficiary. That's impossible." Great Aunt Eleanor must have made a mistake. I ended the call calmly. "There's no mistake, Clara." I showed her the letter. She snatched my phone, her face turning pale as she read Eleanor's words. The color drained from her cheeks, replaced by a flush of fury. "This is ridiculous." "Why you? I was her favorite. I always sent her cards," she shrieked. "You barely even knew her." "I'm calling the lawyer. This is a mistake. You must have tricked her." The commotion brought our parents running. When they understood the situation, their reactions were telling. My father looked stunned, while my mother's first words were, "Amelia, surely you're going to share it with the family, right? We're a family, after all." The irony was suffocating. They were only a family when it was convenient, when there was something to be gained. Where was this family sentiment last night when I was the only one left without a gift? "No," I said, my voice ringing with a newfound confidence I didn't know I possessed. "I am not. Great Aunt Eleanor left this to me, and I'm going to honor her wishes." The fallout was immediate and ugly. Clara accused me of being selfish and greedy. My parents tried to guilt-trip me, talking about family duty and sharing our blessings. It was as if a switch had been flipped. Suddenly, I was the center of their universe, but for all the wrong reasons. They weren't interested in me. They were interested in my bank account. In the weeks that followed, I packed my bags. I finalized the legal paperwork and made plans to move into Eleanor's cottage. My family's calls became more desperate, then angry, and finally, they stopped altogether. The silence was liberating. Arriving at the cottage was like coming home. It was a charming little house overlooking the ocean, filled with light, art, and the spirit of the incredible woman who had believed in me. I found her old art studio, untouched, with a blank canvas waiting on an easel. This wasn't just an inheritance. It was a new beginning. It was a chance to finally step out of the shadows and into my own light. Great Aunt Eleanor had given me more than just money. She had given me permission to be myself, to be seen, and to be valued. And as I stood there, looking out at the endless ocean, I knew I would not let her down. The best gift I received that Christmas wasn't wrapped in paper or tied with a bow. It was a key to a future I never thought possible. Thank you so much for watching my story. If you've ever felt overlooked or underestimated, know that your time will come. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more stories. See you next time.